My name's Jack Crondell, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself to get started. I've been here since year 7 and have, off my own back, spent multiple hours helping develop student voice in and around not just Harris Crystal Palace, but the entire Federation. Back in year 7, I took part in things such as numerous meetings with Lord Harris, Sarah Brown, who was at the time the Prime Minister's wife, and various guests and governors of the Federation. Now, as I said, I was chosen for these things all way back in year 7, and I feel I was chosen for these things purely down to my high levels of enthusiasm for education. Now, admittedly, from years 8 to 9, I've gone through a stage where I've lacked that enthusiasm, but this gave me time to develop into what I am today. And in year 11, I clawed my way back to the stage where I represented Harris at the House of Lords. But enough of the life story. I'm not going head-to-head with the other candidates just so I can win something. I'm running for head boy because I feel that I want to be there for you. I'm not saying I'm going to be there for you when you want to go to the park at the weekend or something like that. I'm saying I want to be there for you when you're feeling down or unhappy at school. You know, you can always come to me. I don't know whether this means setting up an email account, a Facebook page, or even coming to me personally, whichever you think's easier. You know, I'm here to represent you if you want me to. All you have to do is vote. I'm going to be the one doing all the work at the end of the day. Currently, I don't have any other policies or ideas because I'm still yet to get in amongst it and ask you guys what it is exactly that you want. But my only promise is that I will deliver you with a high standard of head boy leadership. Finally, I forgot to mention that I'm a Crystal Palace fan. And for those of you that follow football, you'll know that I'm used to disappointment. However, every few years, Palace tend to have a good year where we do well, and in real life terms, that should be next year. I guess what I'm trying to say is that, like Palace, I've had a few disappointments, but next year, I hope that I can help all of you, as well as myself, to have a great year. Thank you very much, and remember, if you're going to vote well, vote Jack Crondell. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Vincent Nimmo, and I want to be your head boy. Now, let me start rather unconventionally with an apology, because I know, looking at what has come and what is to come, how difficult the decision you have to make is. But I would not be standing here if I didn't think I'd do a good job representing you. Voting Nimmo is a vote for someone who cares to take the time to listen to you. That's why I'm the only male candidate proposing setting up a drop-in room where you can talk to your head boy and your head girl about your ideas and suggestions so that we can hopefully make sure they happen. I want to confidently channel your voice to teachers and governors. That's why voting Nimmo is a vote for a much more accessible and visible head boy, coming around to your tutor bases every term to listen to you, to learn from you, and to talk to you. I mentioned at the beginning that I wanted to be your head boy, and I think that's important to remember. If you vote for me, I don't just want to represent you. I want to be there for you. I want us to be able to talk about everything and anything. So on your darkest day, let's talk. On your happiest day, hopefully for the year 11s and 10s in August, let's talk. And equally, when you have an idea or suggestion about how we can change Harris, don't hesitate to talk to me. Why? Because we are the beating heart of Harris. And as a part of that body, I owe it to you to make the days ahead of us both even better. That's why I'm running in this race, because although I cannot make the days shorter, though I would love to, what I can do is try and make them better for all. I've said too many speeches in my time here, but never before have I meant something so much. So I ask for your vote, because I believe we can do something incredible together. Vote Nimmo, Vincent Nimmo, as your next head boy, and let's get started. Thank you.
Good morning, Tech. I'm Ian, and I'm running for head boy, as you've probably figured out by now. If you haven't figured that out by now, I do worry for you. And since I'm running, I'm not going to give you any cheap gimmicks or some kind of sob story about a dead gran whose dying wish was for me to be head boy. But what I'm going to do is tell you honestly why you should vote for me. First off, is that I want to see a change that is going to genuinely benefit all of you, the students of Harris, because I do want to make a difference through this role. And the reason for this was when I was in year 9 once, me and some other people were complaining about different things about the school. And a teacher said to me, "It's all good complaining, but what are you doing to make a difference?" So that's why I'm here, because I've heard people complain about numerous things at this school. And I want to be the person who actually does something about these problems. If elected, and you have something that you want to say to me, go straight for it. I'm a nice enough person, and I'll listen to whatever you have to say, whether you want to say, "Ian, I think it's about time these rules need to be changed." I'll go up to Mr. Bart and tell him your views. Even if you're just having a bad day and you say to me, "Ian, tell me a joke," I'll say something along the lines of, "I was wondering why a frisbee gets bigger and bigger when it gets closer," and then it hit me. But honestly, at the start of this term, we're going to have a new head teacher, and this gives us such a great opportunity to finally start doing things different and make a change that is going to benefit everyone. And I'm not afraid of overstepping my mark if it's only going to benefit one student, or whether it's going to benefit all students across the academy. And I feel that there's no real communication, so maybe we could set up like a suggestion box or something in the LRC where you can say what you want to see change. Now, even if at the end of the day I can't get exactly what you want, I'm the kind of person who looks for compromises rather than excuses in ways that will help benefit both the staff and the students. So at the end of the day, vote for Ian because the price is right.
Hi, my name's Chandi. When I was younger, like 3 or 4, I was obsessed with Batman. I would dress up everywhere and go everywhere as Batman. My mum would go to the supermarket, and pushing the trolley behind her would be a slightly chubby, small, 3-foot-tall Batman. I've grown up now, but I used to love Batman because he was a cool guy who never gave up. The majority of you won't know me, but hopefully now you know my face because of all the stickers. But those of you that already did, you already know a few things about me. I'm hardworking. This isn't because my teachers tell me to. No. I choose to motivate myself with an all-or-nothing attitude. I'm not afraid of teachers. I'm not afraid to complain when they get it wrong, or to stop and make them listen. I'm not going to dismiss any issues just because it means confronting members of staff. I think this is a good school, but there's definitely lots of room for improvement. And after all, I don't take myself too seriously. I stood up here and I started talking about Batman. Like everyone else sitting over there, I do a lot for this school, but telling you those things will not make me stand out. Some of you may have seen me when I came round to your tutor groups last week, because that's why I wanted to find something that you wanted to change about school. You told me about the lack of places to go when it rains, how you want mufti days back, the way Tesco treats you differently just because you're in school uniform, how you want the post-16 common room to actually be a common room when you reach year 12, and how you also want the planners to be smaller. Now, I can't guarantee these changes, but I can promise to apply my all-or-nothing attitude to try and improve them. I believe regularly keeping in touch with all of you is vital. I want to ensure that when all of you see me, you can tell me your problems, tell me your jokes, and tell me your opinions. Who? The question is who? Who do you want? Do you want someone who will not just listen to you, but hear what you are saying, who won't make any other promise other than to apply an all-or-nothing attitude? Slide. My name's Chandi, and when I was small, I used to think I was Batman. Thank you.
Hiya Tech, I'm Emily Fan, and basically I would love to be your head girl. I've been at Harris for a third of my life and involved in Harris for over half my life thanks to my older sister who is a previous head girl here. Over the past 9 years, I've experienced Harris's good and bad points and I have a pretty good understanding of how it all works. Harris is not just walkie-talkies, top buttons and the homily. Harris is about friendship, preparing us for the future and taking all the opportunities we're offered here. Harris has made me confident through countless public speaking in assembly and at events. It's made me competitive through being sports captain twice and being involved in the football, cross-country, athletics, trampolining, and captaining the netball team for almost 6 years. Harris has allowed me to have brilliant communication, teamwork, and leadership skills as I've been involved in the Student Council, Student Voice, Student Commission, and Senior Prefect team this year. And these skills are all key in a head girl. When I was coming around your tutor groups, some of you asked me why I wanted to be head girl and what I do for you. To be honest, I've wanted to be head girl since year 7, and I've slowly worked my way up to be able to stand in front of you all today. Harris has given me so many amazing opportunities, which I'd love for all of you to have as well. I would love to be one of the most active head girls Harris has had, and with your vote, I know I can be. I also would love to try and get Mufti Days back, as I'm a volunteer for cancer research in Beckenham, and I think that supporting a charity is so important and not enough people do. Hopefully you guys have loads more ideas about improving Harris, and as a head girl, I will try my best to make sure your voices are heard and that your ideas become a reality. You see, everybody wants to be a leader, nobody wants to be a follower, but to lead you must learn to follow. Follow with an open mind, have the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to complete what you believe in, as all can achieve. I think I have these qualities, which is why I make a brilliant head girl. So when you vote, please vote for someone who loves this place. Vote for someone who wants you to get the best out of your secondary school years. Vote for a friend, someone approachable and always happy. Vote for someone phenomenal and fantastic. And finally, vote for someone who is willing to put their all into making Harris better. Because I know this place and understand what you guys want, because I probably want it too. So yeah, thank you, and remember to vote FAN.
Hey everyone, I'm Khalila Yasin, and I've been here at Harris since year 7. I'm standing here in front of you today for you to get to know me. I'm not going to reel off a load of my policies, because I want them to come from all of us, and I've already started to visit some of the tutor groups. But I do promise that if elected, I'll work really hard to be an asset to our school. I believe that you can't vote for someone if you don't feel confident. You can just walk up to them and ask for some advice, or to say, I'd like you to do something about so-and-so. So, I'm going to give you a little crash course about who I am. I hope to do either a medicine or nursing degree, and I also volunteer at King's Hospital. I was school counsellor for 2 years. I've completed bronze and silver DV, and I just went on the gold practice, which I love doing. I went on the 2010 ski trip, and I scuba dived and saw some amazing animals in South Africa at school. And now I'm learning sign language. This school has given me the chance to experience all these extraordinary opportunities, and I want to give something back so the rest of our school can try some of the things that I've done. Year 7s, I look like this. So if I can deal with that, I'm more than happy to listen to your concerns too. I love to help Year 8 with your GCSE choices, Year 9 your YPI projects, Year 10 your work experience, and Year 11 with your prom and A-level options, because I think a head girl should be directly involved with the school she represents. Now I've got a couple of questions for you. Do you feel like you can talk to me whenever about something that is important to you? Would you feel comfortable with me representing our academy? Because if the answer is yes, then go ahead and put a cross next to my name on that ballot paper. My friends here are such worthy candidates, and I'll be so proud to have them representing us, but I do hope that you vote for me, because the answer to those questions were yeses. Thank you.
Hello and good morning. My name is Nizrat Chowdhury. I believe I am a confident, committed and charismatic individual who craves success. I am also one who doesn't just talk the talk, but literally walks the walk. I will make sure all of your voices are heard and always represent you all with great enthusiasm. I am also an understanding listener, and this is shown as I am an anti-bullying ambassador in regards to the Diana Awards. If I am made head girl, I'll meet up with you all regularly to put forward any ideas you might have and support. End of the day, it is about what contribution we can make to our academy. Furthermore, I hold great leadership, teamworking and organisational skills, which were all portrayed when I was selected to be a finalist candidate for the Young Apprentice 2012. With these skills, I am enabled to implement changes, organise plenty of events and delegate roles efficiently, and also fill in that slight communication gap I have noticed between the lower school and post-16. This is just so diabolical. We are meant to be one big happy family. If I become head girl, I'll put in my all to bring about vast opportunities for you, all of you. Being linked in with a collaborative of networks, I know I'm able to do just that. I want you all to be able to stand out. I will put in my all to ensure that you all prosper, shine. Because greatness is what I want to bring up, and I promise it will be a celebration every time I get up. I am so easy to talk to and very approachable. I believe that's why, even though I started in September, honestly feels like I have been here forever. But nevertheless, I got a real feel of what students want, and I can be your promising change. I want to get to know all of you as individuals from this role, and I want to be your motivation in your education. Voting for me is voting for confidence. I would relish every aspect of this role with passion to make the drastic difference we all want to see. Let me inspire you, involve you, and get you imagining. So please don't just vote for my good looks, but vote for me to implement them changes you want to see. And believe me, on that note, I can give you full guarantee. Vote Nizrat Chowdhury.
That was so good. Wow. At least I didn't trip up the stairs. That's a plus. So, hey everyone, I'm Sophia. Some of you may already know. And we only get 2 minutes to chat, so I'll have to keep it short and sweet and avoid boring you all with the empty promises of building swimming pools and changing the uniform and starting school later so we can all get a lion. Because as much as we would love these things, we all know they're not going to happen. So, insert cheesy prop after the bell finishes. This sums up everything I stand for and the approach I'll bring to the role of head girl with your vote. My glass is always half full. I thought long and hard about applying, but I've been a student here since year 7, so I believe this gives me a good basis to make changes in the future because I've seen so many changes occur around me since I've been here. The quotation by the big guy himself, Gandhi, "Be the change you want to see in the world," has always inspired me and the way I try and behave. Harris definitely isn't the world, but school life, whether we want to admit it or not, is a huge part of our own lives. So why not actively make them the best they can possibly be and enjoy every moment? I've always been told that I take a positive view on even the most negative situations, so I hope that you'll all find me approachable, and if you ever need support or advice or even just a chat, feel free to stop me in my tracks. I'll only be too happy to share my glass with you. With your vote, I promise to inject my positive attitude into school life and put forward your views in a meaningful way. Even research has shown that people who are positive are far more likely to be successful than those who are negative. I think this is the biggest key to success, not only collectively for us as a school, but for all of you individually on whatever goals you're trying to pursue. Every day is an opportunity to grow beyond your current barriers and circumstances, and every day is a chance to become a better person than you were yesterday and improve the environment in which you spend a lot of your time in. One thing I'd love to try and get back is our Mufti days, because it was Red Nose Day a few months back and we barely did anything to support the cause. So I really feel like charity work is important, because when we leave the school gates, it's not just rocks and boulders everywhere. There's actually things happening that we should be connected to. So there's 6 billion people in the world and maybe 200 in the room today, but it only takes one person to start filling the glass, and I'd love to be that person with your vote. So consider what I've said when you're voting, and I hope it makes some kind of sense to you all and not just in my head. So thank you for listening, and cheers.